Concert, because you can forget about Elvis. Here in Blackpool, these people believe that the king is George Formby, and they're here to celebrate the fact that last month he would have been 100. He was, of course, famous for playing the ukulele. Sadly, he died more than 40 years ago, but that hasn't stopped all his memorabilia and CDs selling like hotcakes here today. So why is there still such an obsession with him more than 40 years on? Some people here have travelled from all across the country. I'm here with two people to explain why. First of all, Dennis Taylor, I know you're the president of the Appreciation Society. Why are people still so obsessed with George Formby now?
Well, because remember, George Formby was a fabulous entertainer who made records, he made films, and although George Formby died in 1961, his memory lingers on because mainly of the George Formby Society. The George Formby Society's main objective is to promote and preserve the name of George Formby and his music and his memory. And over the years, although the society started with only 56 members, we've now over 1,200 members of great Formby fans, and they come together 4 times a year in the Winter Gardens at Blackpool, and this time is a special one because we're celebrating the centenary of George Formby. He was born on the 26th of May 1904, so it's just over 100 years since George was born. And so this is a bit of a special day today. A bit
of a special day, and here's someone that can tell us even more. We've got a very special guest, Ted Formby, George's brother. Now, what would he have made of all this? What would he have made of all the attention?
Oh, he would be absolutely amazed over this. He was a very shy man, really. Quite ordinary. He didn't like fuss and bother. And if he was here now and saw this, he'd say they've gone daft. He said, I don't believe it. After all these years that they still praise my songs and they like me. Being such an ordinary man like his song, really, he would have been so proud and really, really amazed. That's the only words that you can pronounce it with. I'm very pleased to be here.
Thank you both very much for joining us. George Formby then, sadly gone, but very much not forgotten.
They shouted, look at all that skin and bone and the place.
Forget Elvis. In Blackpool, George Formby is the king. Ukulele players are celebrating the entertainer's centenary year in a fitting style. He would have been 100 last month. Membership of George's Appreciation Society is growing every year. So what is it about George Formby?
Just a childhood hero, wasn't he? Used to see him on the films, and he grew up with his music.
Well, it's a different style of music altogether than everything else, you see.
It's like it's really happy, and it can always cheer you up when you're feeling sad.
George's showbiz career with and without his ukulele spanned more than 40 years. Some say his charm and talent are irreplaceable.
George Formby was a one-off, an absolutely unique entertainer that no one else has ever been able to emulate or copy, and that's the reason. Fabulous Formby.
It's more than 40 years since George died, so what would he make of his popularity today?
I don't think he would believe it. You know, it's unbelievable, really. He was such a shy lad. He didn't really go for an awful lot of publicity. He just enjoyed his work. But this is truly amazing.
As long as there are ukuleles, George's music looks set to live on. Michelle May, Sky News, Blackpool.